Dieu béni ou après-midi. First of all, I would like to say happy anniversary to Les Voix de Triomphe. May the Lord bless you all and keep you in His presence. And thank you to all of you who come and to support them.
Amen.
And what is the subject we have for this afternoon? I want somebody to tell me, what is the subject we have? I can hear you guys. I want the whole church to know the subject we are preaching. What is the subject we have? Dwelling in the house of the Dwelling in the house of the Lord for all the days of my life. Where we find that verse? Psalm 27 verse 4. Does anybody memorize it? Can somebody just say it for me out loud? No? Ok. Sujet que Jeunesse l'a choisi, c'est demeurer dans la maison de l'Éternel. Amen, l'Église? Amen. Demeurer dans la maison de l'Éternel. Cadeau sujet. Dwelling in the house of the Lord. We found that in Psalm 27. Psalm 27. Verset 4. Lorsque David a dit, je demande à l'Éternel une chose que je désire ardemment. Je voudrais habiter toute ma vie dans la maison de l'Éternel. I asked the Lord something that I highly desired. I would like to dwell all my life into the house of the Lord. Amen. So I'm not going to keep you too long because, it's a party. We have to eat together. We have to take pictures. So I'm not going to keep you for too long. So we're going to be simple as possible. Amen. All right. Dwelling in the house of the Lord. But I need your attention. I need everybody's attention. Dwelling. Anytime I mention dwelling, it's been demeurer, live in, stay in. And anytime I say house of the Lord, it's been the presence of the Lord. Amen, l'église là? Chacun dit house of the Lord, pas juste garder comme étant temple, comme étant caille, mais c'est la présence de Dieu. Amen. So, Psalm 27 was written by David. David wrote Psalm 27. And I am pretty sure David was in a hard moment when he wrote that song. And also, David was a shepherd. His role, his responsibilities to take care of sheep. You guys know that. David taking care of sheep. And he was the youngest son of his father. He was the last. And also, David was a musician. So I'm just giving you a little information about David. He wrote that song. And we consider Psalm 27 verse 4. I'm going to read it. And I want you guys to have your Bible in your hands and follow with me. Psalm 27 verse 4. One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek Him in His temple. Je voudrais habiter toute ma vie dans la maison de l'Éternel. C'est ça qu'il nous dit. Et sujet nous c'est dwelling in the house of the Lord. Qui veut dire demeurer, rester la caille Seigneur. Amen. So, one question I would like to ask. How can I dwell in the house of the Lord? Does everybody can dwell in the house of the Lord? Yes. No. How can I dwell in the house of the Lord? Comment moi can demeurer? Qui je me can arrêter dans la présence de mon Dieu? So one thing, one element I'm going to emphasize or I'm going to highlight this evening is you must love the house of the Lord. So in order to dwell in the house of the Lord, you must love it. You have to love it. So if you don't love the house of the Lord, you cannot dwell in it. When I'm talking about love, not the love you have for your husband, the love you have for your girlfriend and the love the world has. But I'm talking about the love of Jesus. The love of Jesus is a pure love. The love of Jesus has no hypocrisy, no jealousy. And that's the love I'm talking this afternoon. So, si vous voulez demeurer, si vous voulez rester la caille bon Dieu, il faut qu'on remette la caille bon Dieu. L'église avec mon Dieu, ouais. When you love, when you have the love for the house of the Lord, you can't be boring. You cannot be boring. You cannot say, oh, I feel bored when I'm at church. I feel bored. No, you cannot, because you love the presence of God. Amen? Amen. I said one thing, one element that we need to dwell in the house of the Lord, you must love it. And I said, not the love you have for your friends, not the love you have for your father, but is God love. God love. And I said, when you love the presence of, when you love the presence of God, you don't wait for your father, for your family to say, hey, Tama Gaspar, it's time to go to church. You don't let anybody to put you. Amen? Amen. You don't want anybody to force you, or this is the time for church. Wake up. Emmanuel, you don't have to wait for your mom to say, this is time for Sunday school. This is time for church, and you sleep. He says, Emmanuel, the time arrived. This is the time you have to go to the church. And you sleep again. And your mom says, this is time, let's go to the church. And you take your phone, and you texting, you're watching videos, and the time has come. The church already started, and you're still at home. Why? Because you don't love the presence of God. Amen, les amis. En plus fois, parle-nous à exiger nous. Parle-nous à dire, il est arrivé, oui. Emmanuel, il est arrivé. Vous comprenez? Pasteur dit, monsieur, il est arrivé. Et quand il dit, moi, je vais commencer. Vous prenez mon dormi encore. Ou téléphone, ou non, alors que l'église là qui a commencé. Ça fait ça. Nous manquons remet. Vous comprenez? Présence bon Dieu. Et nous tout ça. Pour demeurer dans la présence bon Dieu, il faut qu'on remet présence bon Dieu. Et Jean se dit, ou pas qu'à dire ou doué, ou pas qu'à dire bon dans la présence bon Dieu. C'est qu'on remet la présence bon Dieu, ou pas qu'à bon là-bas mon Dieu a envoyé l'église. Ou pas qu'à bon. Ou bien quel que soit l'âge ou quel que soit le niveau, ou pas qu'à bon, ou doit content. How can I dwell in the house of the Lord? In order to dwell in the house of the Lord, I must love the house of the Lord. So we're going to consider Psalm 84 as a reference. Psalm 84 verse 10. We're going to see what David says again. Psalm 84. Regardez ça, David dit encore. Psalm 84, je crois. Il dit que mieux vaut passer un jour dans la maison de l'Éternel que 1000 à heure. L'église a beau dire avant, hein? I'm going to read it in English. Plutôt me passer un seul jour, la caille mon Dieu, que me passer tout le restant dehors. What does that mean? That means David loves the house of God. Amen? David aime la présence de mon Dieu. Vous comprenez? Et plutôt me passer un seul jour à la caille mon Dieu, que me passer tout le restant à faire l'argent, que me passer tout le restant à voyager, que me passer tout le restant dans l'activité, dans le club. It's better to spend one day in the house of the Lord than 1,000 elsewhere. That's how it says in English. Psalm 84. Let me read it in English. Just to show you, David loves the presence of God. And that's the reason why he says that. I would like to dwell all my life into the house of the Lord. Psalm 84, verse 10. Better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of the wicked. How can I dwell in the house of the Lord? In order to dwell in the house of the Lord, I must love the house of the Lord. And as I said, I better spend one day in the house of the Lord. I know some of you might say, when I get older, I will no longer be here. When I get to college, I'm not gonna have time for church because I will be busy. I have too many responsibility. And David says, I would like to spend all my life. And he says, I better spend one day in the house of the Lord than 1,000. You know, you must love the house of the Lord. So you cannot say, I'm busy, I have school, I have work, there's no time for the church. No, you can't say that. When you love the presence of God, when you want to spend all your life, when you want to dwell in the house of the Lord, you cannot say, I'm too busy. You cannot say, there's a time, there will be a time I can't come to Sunday school anymore because I'm going to have a girlfriend, I'm going to have a boyfriend, I must spend time out of the state. No, you can't say that. And no matter what situation, and no matter how hard, how busy you are, you must still save time for God. Amen? Amen. Est-ce que c'est là qu'ils attendent ça me dit, hein? Amen. Souvent, Timoun dit ça, Jean dit ça. It's because I'm still a teenager, I'm here. It's because my parents with me, they forced me, they encouraged me, that's why I'm here. But when I get to 25 years old, and when I'm finished high school, when I get to college, I will no longer here. You cannot say that because you love the presence of God. Est-ce que Timoun a c'est nous tout le temps ça me dit, hein? Vous comprenez? En pile fois, Timoun dit ça. Et à cause par un qui fait là. Et parce qu'il est un teenager toujours, et parce qu'il est bon l'âge. Immédiatement, je commence le travail. Immédiatement, je finis le collège là. Et je vais encore. But David didn't say that. David said, I want to spend all my life, not a part of my life, but he says, all my life. Ça veut dire jusqu'à ce que David mourit, la prêter dans la présence de était dans la présence de Dieu, because he loved the presence of God. Amen. How can I dwell in the house of the Lord? I believe it's clear for you tonight. The first thing, you must love the presence of God. And the second thing, so I'm trying to go faster. The house of the Lord should be your priority. You guys hear that? The first thing, you must love the presence of God. And secondly, the house of the Lord should be your priority. What does that mean, priority? So what comes first in your life, man? Some of you might say, my education comes first in my life. My parents come first in my life. What is your priority this evening? Qu'est-ce que priorité? Pour demeurer dans la maison, bon Dieu, ça m'a dit, pour nous tous, pas seulement pour Timonio, mais pour toute l'église, message là, pour nous demeurer, pour nous rester là, bon Dieu, faut présence, bon Dieu, c'est priorité. L'église à la paix, bon Dieu, ouais. Faut présence, bon Dieu, priorité, ça veut dire venir avant. Est-ce que vous l'avez, avant le travail là, avant l'école là, avant la famille, avant la relation, mais c'est la présence de the presence of God should be your priority. And we can say that. The presence of God was David's priority because God is David see. When I asked the Lord something that I highly required, highly desired. Sometimes we ask God for so many things. We ask God for things that we don't even need. But David, as a king, he asked God for one thing. What is that thing? Dwelling in his house. Amen. Amen. That means David loves his presence. David loves the presence of God. And also, David fait présence de Dieu priorité. Même Jean pour nous, the presence of God should be your priority. Not the college first. Not your family first. I know, les parents qui font, but not your family first. And not your job, not your money, not your degrees, but God first. Amen? Amen. Are you agree with that? The presence of God should be your priority. If it's not like that, but you cannot say that I want to dwell in the house of the Lord. You cannot make that prayer. So in order for you to make that prayer, the presence of God should be your priority. The priority. Not your boyfriend, not your girlfriend, not your husband, not your wife, not your best friend, but is God, the presence of God. Amen, amen?
Amen.
Make it your priority, and you can do it. And dans la prière, ça va arriver possible. Mes amis, pour nous rester, pour nous demeurer dans la présence de mon Dieu, il faut nous faire présence de mon Dieu, priorité nous. Dans le monde, c'est travail de priorité. Vous comprenez? c'est l'argent, c'est relation, c'est les voyager. Vous comprenez? Mais pour nous démérer dans la présence de bon Dieu, vous comprenez? C'est priorité, il faut venir avant. Malgré que nous avons visité Frère Maxime, nous avons notre programme, notre activité. Mais la présence de Dieu doit priorité. Et si la priorité pour vous en tant que parents, si vous nous suivez ça, là, si vous nous suivez, priorité pour maman, moi, c'est présence de bon Dieu. Si vous nous regardez 4 priorités pour maman, c'est présence de bon Dieu, priorité. But, I'm suivre the same path. I'm going to sweep that line. Présence de mon Dieu, c'est priorité. How can I dwell in the house of the Lord? I must love the house of the Lord. The house of the Lord should be my priority. And then, the last thing, in conclusion, there are benefits for those who accept to dwell in the presence of God. There are benefits. We are des bénéfices pour tout le monde qui est d'accord demeurer dans la présence de mon Dieu. La même Dieu avant, hein? Et pas comme ça. L'on d'accord pour être dans la présence de mon Dieu, l'on d'accord pour passer toute la vie dans la présence de mon Dieu, à qui bénéfice, les gens la même Dieu avant. Pour Dieu pas garder comme ça, et là, hein? Pour Dieu pas manger courage, et qui ça? So what claim? What did God say about David after David spent all his life in his house? What God says? I believe God says, I found David, man of my heart. Moi trouvé de David, l'homme selon quel avait. Vous comprenez? Pour qui ça, mon Dieu, a fait une déclaration pour David? Et parce que David a accepté pour passer toute vie après la présence de Dieu. Dwell all my life in the presence of God. And this is what I'm telling you this evening. There are benefits for those who accept to dwell in the presence of God. So, you don't dwell in the presence of God for nothing. There's a consequence. There's a result. You're gonna have something back. And the passage says that if you read with me the same passage, Psalm 27. So look what it says. Verse 4, it says, one thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord, and to seek him in his temple. In verse 4, in verse 5, on va le voir, dans verset 5 là, on va le voir, bénéfice qu'on veut là. For in the day of trouble, he will keep me safe in his dwelling. La Bible dit, oui. Dans le mauvais moment, vous dites, l'on demeurait dans la présence de Dieu, l'on était dans la prière, dans le moment de difficulté, vous dites, so, David connaît qu'il y a un moment problème qui vient. Vous comprenez? So, we need to know that there are moments of trouble, moments of sorrow, moments of difficulty. They're going to come. And when you remain in God's presence, when you remain in his house, God will protect you. Amen? Amen. God will protect you because you stay in his presence. There are moments of abusing. They're going to abuse you. They're going to say all bad things about you. You're going to be facing with racist people. They're going to accuse you. I'm telling you this evening, there are moments of trouble. There are moments of difficulty. Police officer, they will try to get you in trouble. All bad moments will come up. Racist people, and especially in this country, they're going to accuse you. They're going to send you to court. Come, make you in trouble. But if you did not spend your life in the house of the Lord, how are you going to overcome this moment? Amen, l'église, hein? Tu ne vas pas passer la vie, tu ne vas pas passer ton en présence de bon Dieu. Vous comprenez? Les méchants, les ennemis, vous comprenez? À persécuter. C'est qui est-ce qui va protéger? Et si pas on va protéger? Et si pas on va protéger dans le pays, ça? Et si famille va protéger? The Lord only can protect you. Amen? But you have to dwell all your life into his presence. I'm telling you, there are moments of problem, moments of trouble. As you can see, children, you can see that in school, there are moments of sadness. Children are crying, bad things happening, shooting. God only can protect you. I'm encouraging you this evening. Dwell in his presence. Demeurer, restez dans la présence de mon Dieu. despite all bad thing, everything that's happening, dwell in the presence of the Lord. And I'm telling you, there are benefits, there are consequences, there are reward. God will reward anybody who dwell in His presence. The reward, not your parents gonna give it to you, not me, not pastor, but God, the Lord Himself is gonna give you the reward. Il va récompenser parce que tu es passé toute la vie là, la caille. L'église a vraiment déjà avant, et nous dire que tu t'appelles très bien. Dwelling in the house of the Lord. How can I dwell? Façon qu'à demeurer carité dans la présence de mon Dieu, I must love the house of the Lord. And I'm gonna ask you guys those questions. So I'm pretty sure you're taking notes. I must love the house of the Lord. And the house of the Lord should be my priority. And lastly, there are benefits. There are rewards for those who accept to dwell in His presence. I'm encouraging you. And I'm telling you, with all my heart, stay in the presence of the Lord. Despite problems, despite difficulty, despite everything that you encounter in your way in school, dwelling in the presence of the Lord, and the Lord will reward you, not only for today, but for everlasting life. Thank you so much for being.
Amen.